It was just another ordinary morning when I saw it. The envelope, perfectly placed on the kitchen counter. My name, scrawled in his familiar handwriting, stared back at me. At first, I thought it was just a note. Maybe he had left early for work or gone to visit his mom. But as soon as I picked it up, something in the pit of my stomach told me it wasn't going to be that simple. The weight in my chest felt different, heavy, like the silence in the house had a voice of its own. There were no shoes by the door. The bed was left unmade, a stark reminder that something was off. As I stood there, the envelope already trembling in my hands, I had a feeling, no, I knew, it wasn't going to be good. It had a strange, final weight to it, like the moment right before a storm hits, when the world is still, but everything feels wrong. I opened the envelope slowly, my fingers barely able to hold it together. Inside, there were only 2 words at the top of the page, words that stole my breath away. Goodbye, Emma. The rest of the letter unfolded like a confession, but not his, mine. The words spilled out in a way I never expected, so calm, so deliberate. He told me he'd known for a while. Ever since that night, I came home smelling like someone else's cologne. The night I told him I'd been working late. He knew then. All the phone calls I took in the other room, the extra showers, the girls' nights, that weren't really girls' nights. He had seen through all of it. What broke me the most wasn't that he caught on. It was that he didn't confront me right away. He waited, giving me a chance to come clean, hoping I'd admit the truth. He said he watched me slowly become someone he didn't recognize, someone he couldn't reach. Each day, it chipped away at him until he was hollowed out, left with nothing to hold on to. He wrote that he didn't hate me. That was the worst part. If he had screamed, cursed, or raged, I could have absorbed it as punishment. But his words were steady, calm, wounded yet composed. He told me he loved me enough to let me go, because staying would have destroyed us both. And in that moment, I realized I had already destroyed everything. I sank to the floor, the letter shaking in my hands as my body gave way to a torrent of tears. Not just guilt, but the stark realization of what I had done. The selfishness, the blindness to what was right in front of me. I had traded something real, something steady and reliable, for something fleeting and meaningless. The man I betrayed wasn't just someone I lived with. He was a man who folded my laundry when I forgot, who rubbed my back when I was anxious, who knew exactly how I liked my coffee and kissed my forehead every night before bed. I thought he didn't notice things, but he noticed everything, quietly, deeply, without ever making a fuss. I had taken him for granted, and now I was paying the price. I tried to call him, but his phone was off. I texted, emailed, even drove to his office, only to find that he had taken an indefinite leave. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a rash decision. He had planned this, not out of malice or spite, but out of heartbreak. He needed space, from me, from the life we had built together. The following days were a blur as I replayed every moment I had overlooked. The nights when he looked at me a little too long, the quiet dinners where he waited for me to speak, but I never did. The mornings when he asked, "Are you okay?" and I lied through a smile. I wanted to believe he might come back, that maybe with time we could talk, could work it out. But weeks passed, then months, and eventually I heard from mutual friends that he had moved to a smaller town, started over. He never spoke badly of me. He just said, it didn't work out, and left it at that. I finally responded to his letter, not with excuses, not with explanations, just a simple truth. I was wrong. I loved him. I had ruined something beautiful because I didn't know how to handle real love. I didn't get a reply, and I didn't expect one. He had already said goodbye. I still have that letter. It's folded carefully, tucked away in a drawer I never opened. It's a reminder what love can be. Quiet, watchful, patient. And if you don't honor it, you may not realize its depth until it's already gone. I didn't know he had found out until it was too late.